We're just going to wait a second, folks, just for some people to join in, and I have a very bad connection, so this will probably stop and then restart. It's good. You know. And there we go. We got a good connection here. Oh, no, I got a poor connection. I wonder if that's better or worse than very bad. But, yeah, I guess I'm going to go. See if this will have to reconnect again. But hey, everybody, it's Chuck. We're doing a little unboxing and vlogging today. I gotta say, tip of my hat to YouTube, because this being able to stream, hey, Board Creations, being able to stream off of my phone has changed how I stream and vlog. It really is a lot easier. I mentioned this before. The first time I tried to do it was when I was doing that Boba Fett buildable figure by Lego, and it was like I had to download another application. Hey, Wilmer, how are you? Had to download another application. It was like Kaspersky just basically got up, walked out of my computer and said, "You're on your own." That thing from the website, I had to get it, and it just didn't work out. This is so much better, and it's really great, and I wish they will bring this to the desktop. I mean, I use a Chrome browser as well as Firefox, so if it's only able to work in Chrome and just one click and go, I'll be happy with that. But anyway, before we get to the unboxing, one thing I want to talk about is, if you remember my last vlog, I was talking about how 94% of my views come from unsubscribed individuals, and the importance of subscribing and how you might be missing out. Well, now I can give you a great example. The God Bomber review. I put in almost an hour and a half of work into doing that video. I was having problems. My phone kept running out of space. I kept having to dump footage and go back, and I got getting a phone call. And just, hey, it's live. There was storage issues and stuff like that, and I had to keep redoing retakes because I would make a mistake, and I wanted it to be right because I had heard. Oh, I have a Motorola X Pure Edition. I would say it's one of the higher end Motorola's. I've been using Motorola for a while, and I really put a lot of work into that gobble because I wanted it to be right. Because at the time it was like, this is the only U.S. American English, whatever you want to say, based review that I had seen, and I wanted to make it clear because I know a lot of people were having problems. And unfortunately, because I had to get it shipped from Big Bad Toy Store, and 2-day shipping was going to be astronomical, it came a little bit later, and according to certain news sites that I'm not going to name, the news cycle was over, and they had already put up a video review, which was from Facebook. And maybe in another video I'll get into my issues with the international YouTubing circuit, but, and newsing videos and stuff like that. Suffice to say, let me just say that if the creator of a video does not come to your site with the video wanting to share it with you, be very careful, because a lot of times it's people wanting to take credit for the work of somebody else. Lunatic Prime, you have a Moto X. Yes, you have an older Moto X than I do. You have, I think, the first year. This one is like 1 or 2 years later, because it does have a SD card slot. So yeah, my point being is the God Bomber review didn't go up, and because of that, a lot of people who would be really interested in seeing this have missed it. And, I feel it's very helpful in showing you how to get it together, how difficult it is or isn't in your opinion. I'll be honest, I had a bit of a time with it, and it was a little bit of an aggravation. But, I have God Jinrai sitting next to my computer, and it's not that bad. I got him together again, and it's pretty fun. God Bomber himself is a little fishy. Well, Motorola as a company doesn't really exist anymore. They've been bought out by Lenovo. They were bought out by Google, then Google sold Motorola to Lenovo. But the Motorola name still exists. But Anyway, that was just what I wanted to say. So, yeah, tell your friends if they have God Bomber and having some issues, maybe check out my video. I mean, it's kind of sad that I can go from 50,000 views on a very simple little figure called, Combiner Force, Menasor, that little figure, which, by the way, thank you everybody for checking that out. That's actually done light years better than Team B, and I think it's now my third most watched video, and it's still going, so thank you very much. But to go from that, and then now just barely scraping, I think 1,100 views on God Bomber, it's kind of much, and it is getting to that cutoff point of the month where Google cuts off monetization to tabulate things, and then you get it'll get paid to your account at the end of the month. I'm trying to see if I can go for 2 months in a row with a payment. But one thing I want to do right now is a traditional unboxing, because besides God Bomber, I got something else, and I purposely didn't put it in the name of this video. So what we're going to do is I'm going to switch the camera around. And here we go. There's you can maybe see it through the packaging here, and these were birthday presents, by the way. We got Artfire, and I did get the Asian market version with the coin, but Artfire I've been kind of excited about. He had very unique history. Yeah, the Lunatic Prime, that's the thing. But you know what? They're off the front page now. So I think it was just, they kind of got into the zeitgeist or something. There was, more of a demand, but, that's the problem with God Bomber. But, here we go, Artfire. And like I was saying, this is a very interesting figure. If you know the history of the Japanese figures, this was really the only repaint of the Inferno mold. It was like weird. Inferno and Jazz never got a repaint until they did the Target Masters. And never appeared in the Headmasters cartoon, appeared in some of the manga, but the original figures, I would say, somewhat expensive. So it was great that Takara Tomy did a masterpiece. And basically I went for this figure because I don't have any of the Inferno grapple molds yet. I'm looking to get them, but when I realized I wouldn't be able to get them to review in time, I kind of passed on them because, paying over $100 for something, and not making it back in reviews would be a little iffy. But this one I definitely wanted to get, and that's namely for this guy right here, Nightstick, the Target Master. So what I'm going to do is, I've been actually using a tripod to hold my camera this time. So I'm just going to set this up. Let's see here. Oh. And we're gonna... I got this looped around the wrong way. So, I think first things first, this is just going to be an unboxing, not a straight review. As you know, my Masterpiece reviews I do through my Masterpiece Theater subline, but this is a little crooked. Let me just make sure I got everything extended here. Let me just... there we go. But first, we'll take a look at the coin. Really nice. I like the packaging on these coins, and I gotta tell you, yes, they're like throwaways, and you can usually get them for cheap, but once I got one, I kind of wanted all of them, so the few times I've missed out, I felt really bad. And Hasbro logo, so don't get your hopes up of seeing this in the United States. But we open it up, front end here, and there is, looks like Inferno, but it's actually Artfire. And interesting enough, on this one, the back is closed. On some of them, the back has been opened. So, they give, the packaging sometimes gets creative. If you remember with Star Saber, that was basically the way the coin worked, was like opening his chest for the God Bomber gimmick. God Bomber. Brainmaster gimmick. Oh. And they do seal these bags quite well, so I'm going to put that aside. Yeah, we'll talk about that more in the proper review, but let's open the box of Artfire. I think we pretty much know what's going to be in the box here. Okay, so these are the instructions. You got the instructions and a little collector's card. A lot of people seem to enjoy these collector's cards, but Basically, this is a repaint of Inferno with one exception. The exception being the arms here. See those little discs? Those weren't on the animation model of Inferno, but they were on Grapple. So basically, they took the body of Inferno and gave it Masterpiece Inferno and gave it Masterpiece Grapple's arms. So that's what I understand. And also, right off the bat, you're going to notice, let me just pull the camera back a little, not as many accessories as Masterpiece Inferno. I think this actually made the figure a little bit cheaper. So here we go. And basically all that's included is the hand blaster that came with Masterpiece Inferno, the figure, one interchangeable face, and Nightstick, the Target Master. And we're going to get back to him. But also, I think, folded into the forearms are the little hand blasters that you saw Inferno use. You know, he had the one hand, one little black, like, missile. Well, on the original toy, it was a missile, but in the cartoon, it was a blaster. And, you know, so you don't have the interchangeable faces. Oh, we're getting a visit from a cat. We got a visit from Delilah. We're in a little bit of a heat wave here in New York, so Delilah's been trying to keep cool. But yeah, this is Artfire. It's a fire truck, Delilah. Yeah. But anyway, you don't have the interchangeable faces, the interchangeable helmets, the extra chest piece, the interchangeable chest piece to go from cartoon to toy. But you do get Nightstick. And that really has me excited because that means that besides the Masterpiece Rodimus, which was the Hasbro America exclusive that was in Toys R Us, we now have 2 Target Masterpiece molds. So hopefully within the upcoming year, I think most of the Masterpieces are done for 2017. But for 2018, we might see a Masterpiece Cyclonus with a Target Master. Or something else, because, you know, as we all know, for the Legends line, they're starting to put out the Target Masters with the Headmasters. And, she's trying to climb into the box. Yeah, it's you're absolutely right, Lunatic Prime. It's very confusing. Basically, from what I can understand, Nightstick and Fracas, their animation models, got switched. So Nightstick, that model was supposed to be Fracas, and Fracas's model was supposed to be Nightstick, and that got switched somehow, either in the animation or in the toy production. And keep in mind, in Japan, Cyclonus was never a Target Master. No, the cat's trying to eat the box. Cyclonus was never a Target Master. So I closed in the box and my cat was starting to try to eat it. But Cyclonus was never a Target Master. So the only way to get the Nightstick mold, the original G1 Nightstick mold, was through Artfire. And same thing with Scourge. I'm pretty sure Stepper, which was, you know, the Target Master repaint for Jazz, he came with the mold for Fracas, I think. I'm definitely going to have to check TF Wiki. Thank you, Cat. Oh, yeah, hi. Say hi to everybody there, Delilah. Okay, nothing like a giant cat walking through your scene. Oh, look, she's really going to town on this packaging. Yeah, no, don't nibble. She's teething, folks, but it's very confusing how things got switched around, but the bottom line is the original Nightstick, the original Target Master for Artfire was named Nightstick. So that's who we have. And keep in mind that it was a Japanese continuity, so it wasn't a Nebulon or anything. It was just a small robot. But so that's what was in the box. Again, tell your friends to subscribe if they haven't already subscribed. Borrowing that from Optopotamus. And keep an eye out. Gonna have some smaller, older reviews going up. I got Brawn. I just got Sky Shadow today. Actually, not today. A couple days ago. So I'm gonna try to get like a video up a day or so, and I'm gonna start working on Artfire. But you know, I like to spend a little bit of time with the figure before I put it out. And who knows? Maybe it'll still get news. Who knows? But yep. So thanks for watching. And Delilah just says goodbye. And we will see you next time.